I went on a date one time with a successful person, and he was like, "Oh, I can see why men are intimidated. You do too much. You like, there's nothing I can give you." And I'm like, "Your heart?
No,
Your heart?
not
Like,
your
no, I
heart.
don't need your I need your money. I need your heart."
What is going on, my peoples? Today we are talking about a video from Cam Newton where he is interviewing a very special guest, a woman named Santia. She is a professional football player and successful entrepreneur. She's doing big things, but that is not why I am highlighting this video today. The reason I wanted to talk about this video is because she has some very interesting viewpoints when it comes to the equality between men and women. And this video is a prime example of what is wrong with the thinking of modern women today. So I'm not going to belabor the moment. Let's go ahead and get right to the video and see what it's all about.
Yes, we're beautiful, and yes, we have nice bodies, but we work just as hard as these men to get to where we are, to go pro, to go to college or whatever. And it's like, we just want to be respected, and we do want to be equal to y'all when it comes to the opportunities and the exposure and the payment and things like that. And I feel like, and I don't know why, but I don't know why the NFL has never backed like a tackle league.
But why would you think so?
I think because they don't accept it yet. Like, I know they're trying with flag, but I feel like it's still a big deal, and they're still like, I just can't, like, I can't grasp women playing tackle. And that's kind of what I feel. But I feel like, wouldn't it make sense, because now you will have more women in attendance, so you will sell more tickets, you will sell more gear, you will sell more, fan gear or whatever. So it's like, if they just combined it, just like the other leagues, the NBA, just like that, like
you
it
talk
would
about
make
NBA and the G leagues, and
like there's WNBA,
overseas.
like there's women versions of everything, so why not football?
Right.
There is so many issues with her thought process here. I'm not even really sure where to begin. You want the NFL to back your women's league, but you can't give any sufficient reason to why other than we're women. You talk about equal opportunity, but the truth is women have always had equal opportunity to get paid like an NFL player. It's really simple. All you have to do is be good enough to make it to the NFL, and you'll get paid like an NFL player. The reason the NFL doesn't have a women's football league is because there's no money in it. It's only by the good graces of the NBA that there's even a WNBA league. The NBA loses $10 million a year just to keep the WNBA running. And you're wondering why the NFL doesn't have a women's football league? I think you have your answer.
Do you think there's something missing with the equal rights to women in sports?
Of course.
In what way, though?
I feel like we don't get the opportunity to actually grow as much as we can, because I mean, honestly, we need help from our male counterparts.
Right.
And I feel like sometimes we're looked at as like, not a joke, but it's kind of like, well, let's just kind of throw this on the back burner and come back to it, and they never do. So for me, it's like, we need more of that. We need more women in higher positions, which is happening slowly. There's coaches now, there are refs now, but we need more people supporting us and pouring into us and just trying to help us expand and grow, because we can't do it alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we just need help from you guys, to be honest.
What is the one thing you always hear women say? Is that we're strong, we independent, we don't need no man. But when you're trying to get your women's football league running, now you need us. Now you want our support. But if your league was as good as you say it is, then you would be able to get it up and running without our help. Men were fully capable of getting a professional football league up and running without any assistance from women. And women drive 80% of the consumer purchasing power. And you're trying to tell me that you need men's help to get your league up and running? Let it make sense. They then go on to talk about Brittney Griner and how her treatment is unfair compared to professional male athletes.
I'm saying to myself, here Brittney is, got incarcerated for, I think, just cannabis oil.
Yeah.
You feel me? Let that would have been LeBron. Let that would have been Steph. Let that would have been Russell Wilson. Let that would have been Tom Brady. Let that would have been, anybody else. We ain't even having this conversation.
No, for sure. And to be honest, is literally what I just said. It's about allowing enough opportunity for women here to be able to survive and do what they love. Because if she was getting paid the same amount she was getting paid in America that she is there, she would have never been over there. But she's, I think, getting paid a meal there, and I think she was making maybe $220 here. So it's like the value, and she's like one of the best players ever. So it's like, why is there not more happening for these women that are literally putting their life on the line, literally, to play this game and to entertain all these people and to bring money to this sport, but they have to go overseas to even be paid to survive and take care of their families? That doesn't make sense.
Actually, Santia, that makes perfect sense. A lot of people have to get a second job when their first job isn't bringing in enough money. That's a decision we have to make when our income isn't meeting our needs. And for the record, Brittney Griner's salary for the WNBA is $200,000 a year. So it's not like she was going to starve if she didn't play in Russia. She played in Russia because, like many of us, she saw opportunity to make more money and she went for it. And to be clear, I think what's happening with Brittney Griner is pretty messed up, but you have to be careful when you're traveling to other countries. Their laws are different from our laws. And when you break the law, there are consequences. You know, cannabis oil may not be a big thing here in America, but other countries don't play that.
Does it help that you play football, or does it hurt when you're dating?
I would say sometimes both. I think a lot of men are like, honestly, just kind of flabbergasted, and they are like just in awe of the fact that I do play this sport, because most men are football fans. So it's like, I can go and play football with you, I can go watch the game with you, but then we can go and dress up and, you know, go out and I'm look super bad or whatever. So it's like, so it's like, so it's like the best of both worlds. But then, like, you know, because I've talked to a variety of men. I've talked to professional athletes. I've talked to everyday men. I've talked to whatever. There, I will say there is a little intimidation there, as well, because they're like, I don't know how to deal with this, and I definitely think when they see me in action, it's just like, dang, she playing just like me.
Yeah.
Or dang, she moving just like me when I was younger, or whatever. And I think sometimes they're like, I don't know how to deal with this. But then it's like, oh, it's exciting. But then I don't know. But then it's exciting. I don't know. So I feel like it's like, I don't know. I don't really know.
I'll tell you straight up, men are not turned off by women who play male sports. I remember playing basketball as a kid, and there used to be this one woman who used to come play with the dudes all the time. And we used to treat her like the homie, but low-key everybody wanted to smash. Now, if you a woman who plays male sports and you carrying yourself like a butch, that's a whole nother story. But as long as you display femininity, you will attract men.
And I think more so, even with me being an athlete, I think a lot of men are intimidated by the things that I've accomplished, more so than physically. Because I never had a man say, oh my gosh, you're too masculine or you're too athletic. I just can't. I never had that. But I have had, oh man, I just don't know if I'm enough for you. Like you've done so much. Like I went on a date one time with a successful person, and he was like, oh, I can see why men are intimidated. You do too much. You like, there's nothing I can give you. And I'm like, your heart?
No,
Your heart.
not
like,
your
no,
heart.
I don't need your money. I need your heart. And he was just like, I don't want to play you like that, because you know you got too much going on. And I'm like, all right.
A common mistake that women make is thinking that men are intimidated by a woman's success. The real thing that men worry about when it comes to successful women is, are they going to be willing to follow a man who makes less than them? And are they going to show the same respect to him as they would a man who makes more? Because as long as you let a man lead, and as long as you don't belittle him or emasculate him for making less than you, then 9 out of 10 men are not going to have an issue with the woman making more.
Could you date a man who you make more money than? Keep it funky.
No, I'm thinking.
Don't take this. You would have thought I said
Okay,
something.
let me say this. No, but I'll tell you why.
Wait, hold up. Let's rewind that shit.
Not your
I
heart.
don't need your money. I need your heart.
You can't make this shit up. She just said she doesn't want a man's money, but she won't date a man who makes less? What? This is why it's very important to read between the lines when dealing with women, because they'll say one thing, but they'll mean something completely different.
Like,
So hold on. So you could not date a person who you make more money than.
okay,
Correct.
knowing yes. I know it sounds confusing.
Yes, it's very confusing. Please explain.
Okay, if I can see you have a clear vision and you are active in that vision, you are making, like, actively, not just saying, hey man, I really want to be a doctor, you just sitting at home every day. But if you're like going to school, you're doing this, you're doing that, I can see your vision and I can see it coming into fruition, I could deal with that. And if I'm making more money than you at that time, that's fine. And if I'm making more money than you, period, that's fine. Because I feel like we're both going to be successful in whatever we're in. But I can't date somebody that just have no ambition, ain't going nowhere in life.
That's not what I'm saying, Santia. I'm saying this man is in his career of age, how you're of age, and he just don't bring in the same amount of coin that you do. It can be intimidating for a man who's trying to hit your jack, hit your line, get your attention, and you are who you are. You can't nuke yourself. You can't dim your lights for that because you are who you are. But at the same time, that doesn't make you a bad person or a bad woman to say, like, I know I can't just do that because I know my worth and I know what it is. But I have a hard time believing when women say, I just want your heart.
I ain't say that. You do too much. You, like, there's nothing I can give you. And I'm like, your heart?
Santia, the lie detector test determined that was a lie. But now she's going to explain what she's really looking for from a man.
Because we got to eat, and if I want babies one day, so my kids got to be taken care of. So you do have to be making enough money to take care of me and my children, because when I'm pregnant, I'm not trying to do nothing but be pregnant and have your children.
And this is why traditional values work, because you can scream equal gender roles all you want to, but at the end of the day, women get pregnant and men do not. And it has always been the man's responsibility, whether he wants it or not, to take care of the woman and the child that he's having with her.
From an old school background, like my mother didn't have to do anything. Like she did stuff, but she didn't have to.
So you lived in a house where your mom was a stay-at-home mom.
She was an entrepreneur, but she didn't have to worry about bills. Like my dad made sure she was good so that she could do what she wanted to do. And then they came together and they were a power couple. And that's how it is kind of with my brothers as well. They take care of everything, but their wives get to do and enjoy whatever it is they want to do, but it's a choice. So that's kind of what I want as well, because that's what I've seen. And I feel like I want a nuclear family structure. I want a man that's going to be able to lead, that's going to be able to provide, that talk to God and deliver the message to me and my children. So I need a man that can take care of everything. I'm going to take care of him.
What's so crazy about this is the exact same thing Cam got slammed for saying, but from a female perspective. Women will sit here all day and talk about how they want a man who can protect and provide and nothing will happen. But God forbid a man says he wants a woman who knows how to cook and be submissive. Both are traditional gender roles, but you only see men getting shamed for expressing those wants. And what you'll notice is there's not going to be an angry group of men, upset over her comments, because men accept the dynamic between men and women. And you'll notice that modern women will expect men to hear them out for their wants and needs, but catch an attitude when a man says what he wants.
Going back to the question, what's harder to find, a good woman or a good man?
Okay, so like I said, I definitely feel like for a woman, but I can also say for men, unfortunately, a lot of y'all's worth is in what you make. So I do feel like it's hard for y'all in that aspect. But for a woman, I feel like there are a lot of women that will love you no matter what you have, no matter how you look, no matter what, because that's just how women are. We are just those type of beings.
And now she talks about how men are greatly valued based on their income, but they are some women, very few women, who will love a man despite how much money he makes. But clearly, she's not one of them. Because when women date a man who is making less than them, they feel like they are settling. And that is a big problem with modern women in today's society. So That's all I got for you guys. Let me know what you thought of the video. What points did you agree with? What points did you disagree with? Leave your comments below and let me know what you thought. And if you got anything out this video, hit that like button. This is Agree to Disagree. I'm out.